So how does water get from there to here?
It's all about the canals.
That's it, Scott. We don't need you tonight.
That's
Forget
right.
it. You don't need to explain anything. We got it under control.
That's what she was saying.
It doesn't just snow into the canals, though, right?
Oh.
All right, explain.
Let's think about this. But yes, an integral part of that is the canal system, right? All right, let's start with this wintertime snow. The reason we have reservoirs is we have to store our precipitation, our water, which comes in the form of wintertime snow, because it just basically doesn't rain here in the summertime. So that's what's happening when we talk about our snowpack. And in the Boise Basin, there are basins all across Idaho. The Boise Basin basically melts into the Boise Reservoir system. That's why we call it the Boise Basin. It right now is at 85% of average. I believe it will go up to around 90% of average, pretty close to that anyway, before the week is out, because the numbers are rising, which is good news. Average snow would then melt and go through the reservoir system and into the rivers and give us basically an average stream flow, pretty close to that. So let me show you what's happening right now. 85% of average. Let's zoom around. You've got Arrow Rock, 3 reservoirs now. Arrow Rock, Anderson Ranch, which is off to the other side here, and Lucky Peak. Those 3 reservoirs all are tied together. So right now they're 72% full, and the inflow is only 1,580 CFS. In other words, there's not much snow melting. There's too much snow in the mountains to make it through all at once, or we would get flooding, so the reservoirs will hold that water. The reason we're increasing the flow in the reservoirs now and down the rivers to make space for the snow to melt. This could go up as high as 18 or 20,000 CFS when we get our full snow melt going on in. So where's all that water going out? There's not much coming out right now, but we have a flow at the Lucky Peak Dam. That water coming out is 3,000 CFS. Michelle, here's where the canals come into play. You go by New York Canal, and basically the diversion dam sends water down the canal. There's no water going down the canal because there's no demand for irrigation as of yet. So right now, all that water is being channeled down the Boise River. And of course, as it goes on by, they're increasing the flow to increase room in the reservoir system. So at Glenwood Bridge, where we measure for the possibility of flooding, we measure it, and it's around 3,064 CFS. So again, not too much going on now, but I'm going to show you these numbers as we start getting closer to that snow melt coming in April and the first part of May, and you're going to see that snow melt being huge, and the reservoirs will start to fill on up as we go through those months. If you want to get more information, weather at fox9now.com.
You can also tell with the river, if you've been past the river in the last couple of days, it's flowing higher.
Going pretty good.
And making space for all that snow to melt in the reservoir.
All right, Scott.
Makes sense.
Thank you very much.